I really want to tell y'all about January and how absolutely amazing it was for me. Obviously, I did some recording that you guys saw in the vlogs, but I think it would be more fun to talk about everything that I kind of experienced and where I'm at in life and all that jazz. January, I was with my parents. I'm gonna do like a picture-in-picture vlog, so you're gonna get to see some of the things that I'm talking about, which will be really fun. But I spent Christmas with my parents. We went out to a couple nice meals. Honestly, I had some fun with like friends and family. New Year's Eve, I was not feeling good at all. Like literally at all. So my girlfriend was actually sleeping, and woke up a little bit before midnight. But the funny thing is that, we were on FaceTime and she fell asleep, and I was like, this is so adorable, but it's fine. But that was just a cute little moment that we like rang in the New Year's together, because I literally was not feeling well at all. That was like the start of me being like sick and feeling sick and having no idea what was going on. So I spent time with friends, all that jazz, and I really just like enjoyed spending time with friends, family, and I was trying to develop like new healthy habits into the new year. But with me being so sick, or as sick as I was not developing the habits that I wanted to be building. I was COVID negative though, so I was like, okay, like I should be fine to fly, like, you know, back home and everything, like I don't have COVID, like maybe it's just like, you know, a little head cold, like I don't really know what's going on. I started to feel a little bit better, but like it was like up and down, like how I was feeling, because I was sick for like a solid month and I had no idea what was going on, and apparently it's gotten to a lot of people. But in January, that's when I was really starting to like be like, okay, I want to vlog, I want to like really start content creating and capturing like my moments and see if this turns into something that like I could do for the rest of my life, because I've come to find that vlogging and podcasting have been like a creative outlet for me. So like on podcasts and even on the vlogs, like I'm just sitting here talking with you guys and I genuinely love it. It's almost like a little therapy session in a way. You know, obviously like it's not therapy and it's not an excuse to like not go or like anything like that, but it just feels good to just talk. But then the creative aspect comes into it as well, where I'm like editing the videos and the podcasts and coming up with cute little thumbnails and all that jazz. So it's like really exciting that I get to create. So yeah, I went out to eat a bunch of times to some places that I missed and loved. And then I got to see some friends that I haven't seen in a while. And then literally I was flying January 6th, which was a weekend day. So I get back around, I want to say 1 o'clock. I'm back in my apartment. I'm kind of doing whatever I need to do, and then I pack up and I go to my girlfriend's, because at this time I don't have like a set job. Like my job doesn't start till the end of January. So I was like, okay, since I have time in between when I start my next job, like let me have fun, let me, you know, do whatever I need to do. So I end up like start sleeping over my girlfriend's house like every night. I come back and I greet her dog, Sadie, and Sadie is just the cutest thing. Guys, you don't understand. I have so many pictures and videos of her that I'm gonna unload. That was her barking. Cry on somebody. Sadie, it's okay. We're okay. Yeah, I know I'm up here. Look at her. Look at her cute little face. But yeah, I literally have so many pictures and videos of her. I'm obsessed with her. But then, like, I get to my girlfriend's, and we talked about, like, going on some trips while I had some time off. And this is where, like, I have the most fun I could have had in a long while. So, let me see here. Where did we go? We went on a road trip, which led us to Buc-ee's. And Katie is in Houston, so what did I do? Oh, we went to New Orleans. Oh my god, I'm so dumb, because we went to Houston, we drove to New Orleans, right? I'm like sitting here like, why did we go to Katy, Texas for Buc-ee's? I was like, normally we go to the New Braunfels location because it's like on the way to Austin. So that's what we did. And we spent a lovely couple days in New Orleans. Keep in mind, she works weekends, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then is off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we had Thursday was a driving day, Monday was a driving day. So we literally had Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And we honestly did not get to New Orleans early at all. Like, we woke up late. We literally got there in a freaking rainstorm at like 2 a.m. on that Tuesday. And honestly, I commend her so much because, so on the way there, I drove most of the way, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and she drove most of the way back. But I was terrified of, like, the rain and driving and just felt very insecure about it. So she drove, like, during a literal, like, I don't know if it was a tropical storm, hurricane, or what, but it was, like, a serious storm that, like, not a lot of people, like, they were, like, not making people stay indoors, but, like, it was one of those scenarios where it's like, alright, y'all should be indoors, like, it's not safe out, like, Google Maps is telling you, like, there's severe weather alert. But we made it safely, we slept. Now, the one thing about New Orleans is we only had, like, 2 true days to explore, and we were mostly there for the food more than we were there for exploring, which was totally fine. We ate so much good food. I took a couple of cute pictures. We ended up going to the, it was one of the exhibits. Van Gogh, oh my god. It was the Van Gogh exhibit in New Orleans. So we went to go see that, but we were mostly there for the food. I tried some cornbread, I tried chili dog, I tried a couple restaurants that were like hyped up and that people were talking about. One of them was actually really good. And I want to say it was Mavericks. It was, like, phenomenal. But yeah, overall, New Orleans was a fun experience. I loved getting to explore, even if it was for a couple of days. It was my way of, like, saying, okay, I've been there, like, check it off. Like, we hung out in the French Quarter, we walked, we explored. Like, there was nothing more than that I could have, like, been, like, happy about. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I ate, I explored. It wasn't too long of a drive, I think it was like 8 hours or something like that. But like overall, like genuinely, like I could go back there again and have a fun time. They were actually cleaning up for Mardi Gras, so it was the cleanest my girlfriend has ever seen New Orleans, because it was right before, like, they were getting the decorations up, like, people hadn't come into town yet, because it was still, like, a couple weeks away, like, people were just getting ready for it. So it was really cool, and I just had a great time, a great experience. And then we came back, we saw Mean Girls, like the movie, musical, whatever, and Honestly, like that weekend, because we were going to Las Vegas the next, like the following week. And that like weekend, I really took to like sleep because I was exhausted, I was tired, like I was on low energy, and I could only imagine how she felt because she was like working still. And then like obviously it's like we drove, and since I drove most of the way there, she drove most of the way back, so like she was exhausted Thursday and then had to get up Friday morning or like bright and early. But again, it was still a fun experience, and then we get to Las Vegas, and I kid you not, there is so much to explore in Vegas. Like, I know for a fact I did not see everything. And keep in mind, we also had a similar amount of time there. Our flight was like midday on Monday, so and since we went back a couple hours, going there from Central Time to, what is it, oh my god, is it Pacific time? So it is Pacific time. So I was right. But Vegas was really fun. We weren't technically there for the food, but there was some food that was banging. But I do remember before we went to Vegas, was it that same morning? Yes. So we went to this cute little coffee shop that we found, and their pastries were really good. Somewhere I would probably go back, honestly. So I'll show you some pictures of that. And then landing in Vegas was so cool. We had like a cute little place that we were staying at, and we like walked. So like as soon as we landed and stuff, it was probably like 3 o'clock when we landed. Almost 4, so we had grabbed Moe's at the airport, starving. Again, we weren't really there for the food, so like it was okay for us to like grab something at the airport. But yeah, we went to the hotel we were staying at, and then she brought me to this hot dog place, and it was really, really good. Like the hot dogs were so good. I never thought I would crave like a hot dog place. There's one back home that I really, really like, and I'm definitely planning on showing my girlfriend that place. But like I never imagined like going to Vegas for food. So it was really cool that she like had some spots set up that she wanted to go to, and it was so cute because. Okay, I might be a little bit of a princess for saying this, but she tied my shoe, and I just thought it was really cute because, like, this relationship, I have never been treated this way in a relationship, and to the end of the day, to the end of this earth, I will hype this woman up. I love her so much. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is talking about the vacation we went on, and it was so fun. Like, look at all of these pictures, and I got a picture with it. Mwah. That was so fun. And speaking of it, so there was an it person, obviously, in Vegas, and I took a picture of him. But there was also one back home in San Antonio, and I had seen him on the street. Like, it was me and my girlfriend, and we were walking back from somewhere after, like, meeting my parents for, like, dinner or something. I don't remember exactly when this was. I texted my best friend, Nick, and I was like, oh my god, I saw it. And, like, literally, like, I had just, like, turned, and I saw it, and I was, like, walking by him, and I look, and I just start laughing. I'm like, oh my god. Like, it's hilarious to me, because, like, at first, like, I was like, no freaking way, because I had seen him when my friend Nick came to visit, and we love scary movies. So, like, it was just, like, one of those movies that we're, like, quote, and, like, you know, have funny moments about. And I guess when last time, it had, like, went on a scooter, and he was just like going around town, and I was like stunned by it, because I was like, this doesn't happen anywhere. Well, it happens in Vegas and apparently San Antonio, but I didn't know. So I was like, oh my god, like, what is going on? Like, it's not even Halloween. That was like my thought process, you know? So to see him again, it just out in the wild in San Antonio, like, cracked me up. So it was a good time, but I took so many pictures. I took pictures with her. We saw the water show. There was no fire show because the fire exhibit was being worked on, and like it just like her and I made a point that we'll go back to Vegas, you know. But honestly, I had so much fun. There was so much to see. I was exhausted every single day, every single night, but I still managed to like do as much as I possibly could. And if I'm being honest with y'all, I think this was like me and Larissa's like first like real fight that we had was in Vegas. So there was a period of time where like we weren't exploring and we like kind of like took a moment from each other and ended up talking about it, and obviously like we're good now. I think it's gonna take some time when you, even like if you meet your quote-unquote person, like I'm fully convinced that like it's not gonna be perfect. I feel like her and I mesh so well, but like that doesn't mean that like everything's gonna be like unicorns and rainbows 24/7, because it's not. It's a real a relationship. When we got into like the fight, I felt my heart sank. Like I wanted to give her time, and like I knew like where I had went wrong in things, and I had tried to communicate before things went wrong that I was like serious about what I needed and was trying to communicate that. And I think we both took the time to realize like what we needed, how we could communicate better, all that jazz. But like I didn't end up for part of the experience like vlogging or taking pictures, because like during that time when like I was without her and we like weren't like together and like exploring Vegas, like obviously like I'm not gonna sit there and explore Vegas without her, especially because I'm like, I don't know, I've never been here before. But I did get some really cute pictures. We had a ton of I took a ton of pictures, like I'm looking back at them, and we did have such a good time, and I would definitely go back. I feel like next time I want to have more of a plan of what I want to do and where I want to go and what I want to see, but overall, like, we did have a fun time, and there's just so much. We went to a couple of shows. I finally found that. So the shows were fun. We went to like a burlesque show, and we went to a fantasy show. Obviously you can't really take too many, like, you can't take pictures and videos of that. But I did go. And we tried, oh my god, what's it called? Cake Boss. We tried his like pizza that comes out of like the vending machines. It's food. Let's put it that way. But overall, it was a fun trip. And like I said, I saw one of the most beautiful sunsets there ever. Like one of the most just gorgeous skies. Like it was so unreal. Like you are gonna look at these pictures and be like, that is so unreal, Marissa. But yeah, we weren't there for the food, we were there for the views. We went to Fremont Street, and honestly, we just did, again, as much as we could. And there was this one guy on the bus that, like, was definitely tripping on something, and he, like, got off at the same stop as we did, and we had to pee, and he did too. So, like, I think we ended up, like, losing him, finding the bathroom, but then he was, like, ironically, like, in the same building that we were in, and we were like, this is so creepy. And then we flew back, whatever. On the way back to San Antonio, we get off this flight, right, and we both have to go pee. And my girlfriend is masculine presenting, so she has her hair cut short, she has backwards like cap, like that's kind of her swag, that's her vibe. So somehow there was also another guy that was definitely tripped up, coming back from Vegas. Like, he was just like on something. He literally like follows my girlfriend and I into the women's bathroom. Again, I'm convinced that he like didn't really know what was going on or what he was doing, but like I didn't have to pee at all, and my girlfriend did. So I like stepped to the side, and he like just like kept going into the girls' bathroom in the San Antonio airport. And he literally like went to a stall, had no idea that he was in the women's bathroom, and I was just like, there's literally no urinals. That should be a dead giveaway, right? Does not close the door, starts pulling down his pants to like go pee. I literally was like, I walked out. And my girlfriend and I end up talking about it after. But I was just like, what is going on? So that was an experience in and of itself coming back from Vegas. But Vegas was a fun trip. I would go again.
Guys, so much for watching my vlog. I just wanted to put a quick announcement out there. It ended very weird, so I wanted to make this the ending because I talked about Austin and Fredericksburg because I went to those places in January as well. But since I already made vlogs on those, like complete vlogs, I just wanted to like take those out. So yeah, I enjoyed going home. I enjoyed going to New Orleans. I enjoyed going to Vegas. I enjoyed going to Austin. And I enjoyed going to Fredericksburg. There's 5 different places that I went to in January. I had so much fun. And I will have a couple of vlogs coming out in the upcoming weeks. I've got my birthday vlog. I've got a vlog of all the clothes I bought and my partner rating said clothes. And then I've got souvenirs and things that I've got from all of the different places. So stay tuned for those vlogs. Those are going to be the vlogs of March. And then we'll see what happens in April and what I decide to vlog then. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching.